Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tanya June Moore. This is the Sedona International Film Festival Silver Anniversary Edition. We'd like to thank Digitech, Black Magic Design, and Sedona Rouge for being our media sponsors this year. They're making it all possible for us to come to you live. And I have another brilliant filmmaker in our chair. Please introduce yourself and your film.
My name is Selena Lane. I'm the writer and director of the short film Giveaway.
And as I said earlier, very clever name for this movie. What is the movie about?
So the movie is a very short film. It's just about 7 minutes, including credits, and it is a very close look, physically close look. It's actually shot quite close on our main actor, who is an officiant in his good friend's wedding. And as he's giving the speech, the officiant speech, you come to realize that he has some feelings for the bride and has to kind of endure seeing someone that he has feelings for get married.
And why that choice of being so zoned in on?
Yeah, I initially had the idea. I was at a wedding, and it was I was just sort of waiting for the wedding to start, and I was looking at the wedding party, and I was like, man, what if you like love, I don't know, what if it was your crush? Like at first I was just like, oh, what if it was your crush? Wouldn't it be weird to like see your childhood crush or your high school crush get married? And then it kind of evolved from there. I was like, no, what if you've always been in love with somebody and it's never been reciprocated or it never worked out? Those details aren't explored in the film, but obviously she's marrying somebody else, so it didn't work out. And as I started to think of that story, as I was kind of thinking about what that story might look like in my head before I even put a pen to paper or a finger to a keyboard, I found myself following the main character Garrett the whole time. Like in my mind's eye, I never really moved away from him. And I thought, you know what? His reaction is really the only thing we care about. I don't really care about anybody's reaction. Him having to sort of see all of this, and even in the moments that he's not speaking, having to just endure and get through this in a very public space and as a public persona, as the officiant of a wedding, having to really keep the peace and not make a fuss. I realized that I wanted to just do it all on him, and that would be
was it a
how to tell
tough
the story.
I mean, was it tough to cast an actor for this? I mean,
yeah. So originally, I was thinking of this almost as like a directing exercise when I first was writing it and thinking of doing it as a production. And I thought, you know what? I'm not going to make any moves on pre-production until I find an actor. So I had some people read, and I had some really lovely actors who I know to be very strong actors, and I realized, I was like, this is a very difficult part to play, because you not only have to be a very strong actor, but you have to have such charisma to carry through 6 minutes of a speech without it getting boring, exactly. And I was just very, very, very fortunate to have the script passed along to Jay Ellis, who read it and responded, and he was actually shooting in South Africa in our pre-production, and so we had a phone call, and I kind of told him where I was coming from and how I wanted to kind of look at this man's journey who isn't really allowed a journey, and he responded, and I was very, very fortunate to be able to work with him. He was excellent. I think very highly of him as an actor.
Yeah, I mean, when you get somebody who can carry off an entire scene by themselves, much less an entire short film, that's impressive.
Yeah, he really handled both the he seemed like somebody you would want to give a speech at your wedding, but then was able just to handle these subtle moments of pain just beautifully. I really cannot imagine it being played by anyone else.
And you did it all straight through.
Yeah, we shot it very practically. So we did all of his takes, full speech, no cuts. We had the bride and groom standing in front of him pretty much exactly as they would be, with the camera in between. So at the moment of their kiss, and there's a moment where the bride touches him on the shoulder to say thank you, that was all practically done. So you see them kind of enter frame out of focus because they're coming in front of him. But yeah, it was all done pretty straightforward. We just had one shoot day. We had an unexpected construction site next to
oh my goodness
production that we had scouted to make sure that there was no construction, and then I guess that wasn't true. So we had some offset difficulties, but the shoot went very, very smoothly in terms of performance and kind of getting through that. Just wonderful actors. Julie Craig, Bobby Foley were the bride and groom, and then Jay, as I mentioned, Jay Ellis.
And so how's the screenings been here at Sedona?
They've been great. I mean, it's so wonderful to see. Every screening that I've been to, both mine and others, has been not only full, but there's been quite a wait list. I just actually came from our second screening, and all the filmmakers had to give up their seats because there was such demand. So that's just awesome. I mean, it seems like any time of day, there's such a full, eager audience, which is really lovely. I think, as a filmmaker, you're sort of like, what's my slot? Is it a evening or a Friday? But it really doesn't seem to matter. I think everyone is here to see all the films. That's really nice to see, no matter 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 7 p.m., all of it.
Why Sedona? Why was this an important film festival for you to enter?
I was recommended it by actually my actress, Julie Craig, and I looked into it, and I thought I loved the way that it seemed to treat films, value films, such a diversity, and I kind of liked the way that the diversity. I couldn't quite figure out what was the method, which I liked, and it's geographically it was obviously appealing to come here. I won't lie, but it really worked out. I'm so happy to be here, and I've had such an enjoyable week.
What was it like getting that phone call, like an actual call from Pat?
I don't think I got a phone call, but I got a great email. I love an email. So I think I would prefer an email to a phone call. So this is okay.
You might be the first person I've ever heard say that.
I like an email. I don't know. You get so many emails, and especially, you're getting so many rejection emails because nobody's calling you to give you a rejection call. So when there's an exciting congratulations email, that's just, you're like, oh, great. And you can, I also you can tell, if something's going to be good news or bad news by the way that the subject line and when they give the, in Gmail when they give the first line of it. And I've been this way since I was a kid. If it's going to be good news, then you can settle in and relish it.
Absolutely. And we're glad to have you here. We're really glad to have you here. Is there a place that people can find you on social media?
Yeah, my little production company is Bean Prod Film. So it's at BEANPROD Film. My nickname is Bean. And Instagram, Twitter.
All right. Well, we're glad to have you here. We're glad to promote this film. We're glad that you're doing very well.
Likewise.
So
thank you so much.
And stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because we will be back again with another filmmaker. And hashtag Sedona Film Fest 25 is what you're looking for on social media. And we'll catch you on the next round.